Well. It is now October 27th, 2022. And guess what I get to do? Oh. So it's time for emission testing here in California. It's always really nervous for me taking any 30-year-old car every other year down to a smog station, emission testing at a star station. And I usually go to the same one. They're pretty good. They've never failed the car. And oh my gosh, I've been going there, I don't know, maybe 5 years. One time I went to one place that was failing one of my cars, and I said, forget you. I went to another place and it passed. So it's kind of like I don't know. I think they want to try to sell you something. But they don't work on cars on these star stations. They just test them for the DMV in California. And if you fail, then you can come back for a free retest after you fix whatever's wrong with it. If you can't fix whatever's wrong with it, then there's some kind of a DMV referee station that you go to, and they'll diagnose and tell you what it needs to pass smog. If it doesn't pass smog, then the state will give you a certain amount of money, which is like, I don't know, maybe $200. I don't know what it is now. And then they go take it and crush it. So it's always, I always get sweaty palms when I go to this place. I absolutely hate it. You think a 30-year-old car would be exempt, because there aren't that many 30-year-old cars out there driving. There's more new cars. So this is what I get to pay. $136 due December. So I started a month early because it's about the end of the month. It'll be November, Monday, and it's Thursday right now. So I can always do a a planned non-operation. Let me see, planned non-operation. Golly, man, they just get you in California. So it's $34 if I want to do a planned non-operation and take it off the road while I work on it and stuff. And then you go to renew it after December. It's $157. Right now it's $136. So anyway, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to check that everything's running good on it. I'm going to replace the spark plugs, because the spark plugs, they're only 2 years old, but sometimes when you put brand new spark plugs in there, you get a really good spark and everything fires right and everything like that. It just helps. And these are the ones I've always used, the Bosch F8 DC4 copper core spark plugs, and they're getting hard to find. They used to be really easy to find. They come pre-gapped and everything. And then I'm going to test the fuel mixture. Hertz duty cycle. Right there, and you measure the percentage or the percent rate. It's a number that just goes up and down, up and down, up and down, and it should hover around 50%. Fingers crossed that it's okay. The last time I went through this 2 years ago, I went to check it, and I wasn't getting any reading at all at the test port. And I noticed that the EHA valve was starting to leak at the bottom. I said, aha. So I replaced that, I don't know, $230, $50. Put that on, and then I got the Hertz duty cycle back. The car was running okay, but, you know, was leaking gas and I couldn't adjust the fuel mixture. And to adjust the fuel mixture, it's just it's right on the fuel distributor on top. There's a little tower there for the W124 1992 M103. There's a little tower, and the tower has a ball bearing on the top of it. They seal it off so you can't adjust that little Allen screw that's in it. You gotta get that off. I just take a Dremel and just cut the top of it off, and then it opens up a little hole. Looks like a volcano. And stick the Allen key in there and adjust it and get the 50%. So I'm gonna test it. My son is should be off work in 15 minutes, and when he gets home, I'll test it then, because you want to do it on a warm car. And I told them to put a lot of gasoline in that car because I'm going to go tomorrow to go test it. And if there's if there's more gas in the gas tank, you know, over half a tank, it helps it pass a little bit. If it's a real empty tank, then it can cause issues, or I don't know how. I don't know if I know they test the cap to see if the cap holds pressure. I don't know if there's more gas in there, there's less pressure. Who knows? Anyways, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to test the Hertz duty cycle, and so this is December. When is it due? It's due the 8th of December, and then I get to do the SL the same week. So it's kind of like for Christmas time, it kind of kills you, you know, you got to pay all this stuff. You know, I've got, it's strange how they do that. I go, hey, is there any way I could break it up to where, you know, I don't have two cars to go pay the registration and smog, you know, right at Christmas, you know. Nope, that's just the way it is. Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, so I'm just going to wait for my son to get home and have a nice cold one and carry on. All right, so we got pins 3, pins 2, negative on 2. Whoops. My meter. That's really good. So don't forget, when you have one of these meters, at first I have it on Hertz duty cycle right here. And then there's a button right here that you have to push. I didn't have it pushed the first time I tried it. So I was stuck at 81%. So you push the button, and then it goes to the percent sign. And right now, we're doing okay. Little cheap little meter. I wish there was someplace to put this meter without it. And you push down, it's a 3 millimeter T handle. And you push down. And turn it. Engine don't die if you put too much. Now it's really doing weird things. What the hell? Oh, okay, so the leads. So now it's running a little rich, kind of counterclockwise, just a little bit. 49, 45, 47. A little bit more clockwise. 47, 50. Trying to give it a little throttle, burning my hand. Glove. Hard to try to get under there. Yeah, I was panicky when I didn't have that button pushed, and it was like it stuck at 81. Usually it's stuck like that, and you have the button pushed. That means that there's something going on with the EHA when it's stuck. You can read all these different posts on the internet of people trying, testing this, testing that, testing no two. Everything seems to be working okay. They spend like a week testing all this crap. And in the end, it's the EHA that's, you know, they're kind of a crappy thing, the EHA. Anyway, so I'm happy with that. I'll test it once I get to the smog place after driving the piss out of this thing. Button it back up. I'm done for tonight. I'll be able to sleep. Cool. It is spark plug day. So you got to take on these, you've got to take this washer off so it sits right. Just like that. Yeah, just take it off. Boom. Here are the ones I just pulled out. They're not too bad. Little on the yellow. Not horrible. So I think it's running a little lean, possibly. Well, we'll see. Anyways, you can always put some anti-seize on your threads. And I think that's all I need to do to that. And let's go get it smogged. First, let's drive it around. Almost there. This car is running really good. That temperature on this, all that cooling work that I did is really paid off. It's usually about 85 Celsius. Without the AC on, it's like 85 all the time. I just turn the AC back on, and it'll get up to the 90 mark. That's normal for it to just get up to about the 90, but anything above, you've got issues with your cooling system. Yeah. So hopefully this thing will pass. I feel confident. I don't know why I get real paranoid about these tests. It's like, if it passes, good, move on. And I have to work on the SL, the R129. It's having a problem with a high idle after it warms up. After about 10-15 minutes of driving, the idle will go up pretty high. It'll come back down, but it's kind of weird. Anyways, I gotta get over in the other lane. This is the dreaded freeway. The 15 to San Diego. You go down this way, it's San Diego. You go up this way, it's LA. LA is about 90 miles here. San Diego might be a little bit closer, not by much. All right, smog. There's one smog place. Mine's at the very end. Jefferson smog. Yeah, we're right about there, just doing a final check before it gets tested. Make sure nothing has changed. It's all good. Engine sounds so smooth. So the Prius has to get tested for smog. Bummer. There it is. So they do have to test the evaporative function, evaporative system. Sometimes that can fail you, like a charcoal canister, which is located behind a fender, front fender, behind the splash. And I remember one time I brought, I think this car or another Mercedes, and where's the charcoal canister? It's behind the splash in the, under the fender front wheel. I just go, screw it, I'm not gonna do it. Most of them don't, you know, but they gotta test the system. See what happens. There it is. Come on, baby. I read on the wall they charge an extra $10 to test the evaporative system. Good God. Nickel and dime you. I got a coupon for maybe $2 off. It's usually about 60 bucks, but you know, every other year with COVID, everything has gone up, so we'll see what happens. He's got to run the high revving test a couple times. Either it failed the first time or he's doing it again. Here's the sniffer. Right, it passed. Thank God for that. Inspection reason. High emitter profile. Yeah, so I'm looking at, these are the numbers. Hard to decipher this stuff, but the hydrocarbons measured 5. That's not bad. Average 29. Yeah. That's pretty good. So the test the idle. All right, well, good. Anyways, that's one less thing for me to stay up late at night. I called the dealer for to get those clips for the trim for the windshield, and he said it's no longer available. Lovely. Anyways, I'll see you next time. This is John. I am out.